Hey YouTube, it's Lip On Queen here. Just want to get on here today and I wanted to share a project pan update. I am super excited to share the progress I've made in both of my eyeshadow palettes. And the two palettes that I am panning for this year is the Vice 3 palette from Urban Decay. And I'm also panning the Naked Basics from Urban Decay. And the reason why I have two palettes, because a lot of people comment and message me asking me, why do you have two palettes? Why are you panning two? Because when I got the Vice 3 palette, I jumped the gun and I actually just used all of the neutral shades and light shades first, instead of just jumping the gun and using some of the darker ones with them. I just used all the light ones up first, and then I realized I got myself in a pickle because I definitely needed some lighter shades and neutral shades to blend and stuff like that. So I ended up adding in my Naked Basics palette because this is one of the older palettes I have in my collection, and this is one that I really did want to pan eventually, but I kind of just had to push myself to do it now. This is the Naked Urban Decay Basics palette that I have, and I'm going to show you the progress in this I've made so far. I am so excited of the progress that I've made in this palette. I never thought I would hit pan on so many shadows in this palette. So I wanted to get in here today and share my update on this. This is not a finale, but I will be sharing my finale in January. But this is what an update is so far, and that is my progress. I cannot believe I've done so well on this palette. So all I have left now is Crave, Faint, and what's the last color? WOS. So I don't have much left of WOS. As you can tell, it's just in the corner there. And then Faint, I have some pan showing, and I have a pretty good dip in it, if you can tell. I don't know if you can tell the good dip I have. And then Crave, I was really surprised on, because Crave is a black shade that I don't gravitate towards ever, like when I use eyeshadow. So I've had to learn to use this to set my liner and to kind of blend in just a little bit in the crease to kind of get use out of it. So I was really surprised when I used up Venus, Foxy, and Naked 2, because those are my three favorite out of the palette. But I was really surprised I used those up, and then in my progress so far, like it blows my mind. I really love this palette, and I'm just really excited that you know, all the progress I've made. I'm just very happy with that. So now on to the big palette. This is the Vice 3 Urban Decay palette. And if you've watched my intro video when I first started my panning project, I will link that in a card above so you can watch that video, but just in case you want to see where I was at to begin with in this palette. This palette has been a challenging palette, I will say that. I know in most of my updates I say that because it has. I'm not going to lie about it. This has been a hard palette to try to pan. But when I got it, my cousin had it originally and she gave it to me. She used the shadows she wanted out of it, and then she was just going to get rid of it. So she asked me if I wanted it, and I said, well, sure, you know, because I didn't have it in my collection at the time. And so I was excited, and, you know, I'd never had a Vice palette before from Urban Decay, so, or one of their big palettes. So I was really excited for that, and I was like, oh my gosh, cannot wait to try it. And when I got it, I didn't really do much with it, so that's really the reason why I wanted to do it in my panning project, because there was already some shadows missing out of it, and I thought, good, that'll give me a head start into getting into this and actually push myself to use it. And I'm glad I have done that this year, because this is a palette I definitely wanted to use and show some love to, and I definitely have. So I want to share with you guys the progress I've made, because it blows my mind that I've done so well in this too. Like, it blows my mind. So this is my progress now. And as you can see, there's a lot of empty, but there's also shadow left. So I have Dragon left, and I have a good dip, a decent dip in that one. And Heroine, I have a good dip in it as well. I have a good dip in DTF, and I actually have pan showing in that one. And then the color Rain, have a good dip in the center and a pretty good chunk of pan showing. And then in the color Defy, I have a good dip and a little bit of pan showing in the center. And then the color Revolver, I just don't touch. I can't. It's because I have the color Crave in this palette here, so I've been using that black shade. So if I don't use Revolver, it's not going to be like a big deal to me because I just don't gravitate towards that color. So I haven't touched Revolver because I've been so busy with Crave. But yeah, I'm going to be working my butt off trying to finish this up. But I have been doing some creative eye looks with just this palette in general and using some shades out of here. This is what I come up with today. And I used the color Dragon. I used the color Heroine, and then I used what color did I use in here? I used as the highlight, I used the WOS color, and then I added in just a little bit of faint in the crease, and just a little bit of Crave I mixed with it, just kind of blended just a little bit in, and then I used Crave to set my liner. So excited for the progress I've made in both these palettes. I am so proud of this palette here. Like, oh my goodness, you don't even know. I've had this the longest, well, this is the oldest palette I've had in my collection, so I've had this one the longest. And then this one here, super excited for this progress. I am so happy with this. So I wanted to get on here today, give you a quick update of where I'm at in this painting project. And I hope that you're following me on my journey. I do have other painting videos. I will link my intro video to this, like the very beginning, if you really want to look that far back to see where I started with both these palettes. But I definitely want to get on here today, share this with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this update, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like it. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you be a part of my channel. And if you want to keep up with my videos, definitely hit the notification bell beside the subscribe button. That way you'll be notified every time I upload. And I hope you have a blessed day, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks. Bye.